Good morning, afternoon or evening, Minecrafters. It's MusicTechnician here, and I'm again on my plugin server to show you another awesome plugin. This plugin is called the Sensible Toolbox plugin, and it's by a guy called desht. Not quite sure how you pronounce it, but this is a really awesome plugin. It's still in the development phase, so some things might not work the way they used to. But let's get started, shall we? So the first thing you want to do is you want to grab yourself a crafting table and a book. And this makes you the Sensible Toolbox recipe book. Now in this recipe book, you can see pretty much every recipe. It lists them in alphabetical order. So you've got lots of different recipes here. So if I go like next page, let's go to like iron chestplate. Click on it, it'll show you how to make an iron chestplate. And you can go back. If you're an op, you can fabricate it for free and you get the item. I think it's meant to work as well if you're not op, but you have the items, you're meant to be able to press it. But I couldn't seem to get that to work earlier. So we'll just put that on. So the next thing we want to make, well, a few commands actually first. You can do stb and then give and then any item, so like wood. There's no item called wood, but if there's any item that you know in the Sensible Toolbox, you can put the name of that in and it will give you the item. The next thing we want to do is got to make sure we have the STB recipe book open, well not open but in your hand, and then you go STB recipe, and say we want to look for a recipe for something, we can go wood, and it will put a filter on and show you all the wooden items that you can craft, and then you can just right click and you can go back, and it will show you, there'll be kind of numerous pages as well, so there's 1 out of 9 pages here. If you go to the next page, it will show you use something else, which I'll show you later how to use. So it's a little bit like all the big mod packs you see, which is pretty cool about this mod, because this is all in one mod, yet there's lots of stuff you can do. So I'm going to try and go a little bit faster so it's not a hugely long video. There's going to be a lot of jumps and a lot of cuts, I'm sure. But the first thing I want to show you, STB recipe, is the combine hose. So these hose do a lot of things. If I go on to this one, so this is the recipe for it. You need string, some diamond stuff. I can just fabricate one for free, and this does a lot of things. If you kind of hover your mouse over it, it shows you what it does. So it will till a 3x3 area. It'll also harvest a 3x3 area. So if we go like this, left click, it'll harvest 3x3. So if we just clear this area a bit, and then sort of if we try and till the earth, it will till it in a 3x3 area, like so, which is handy. There we go. And now if we grab ourselves some, seeds, there we go, like this. And I believe to open the seed bag, you right click /other, which if you do it in the air, right click in the air, you'll open the seed bag, place some seeds in, and then I think if you left click, it will place the seeds down. Oh no, obviously not. Okay, so if you left click while you've got seeds in the seed bag on tilled earth, it'll plant the seeds for you in a 3x3 area again. Also, if you left click to break things, so like earth, I think. Oh no, maybe not earth, but like things like in the trees as well, the leaves. It will do the leaves in a 3x3 area, like so. It might be better if I go into survival as well. There we go. So yeah, that's that first one. The next one, STB, recipe, water. I need to hold it says if you're not holding the recipe book in your hand, you have to hold the recipe book in your hand to search for recipes, so just do that again. There we go. And you see This is the watering can. This is how you make a watering can. Some stone, a bowl, and some bone meal. And what you can do with this watering can, oh, see you can't take it out of there. You have to click fabricate to get one. What you can do with this watering can, it says watering can 0%, so you can fill it up with water. There we go, it's full 100%, and you can actually water the plants. And this will kind of hydrate the land and help them grow faster. So let's plant some more seeds, shall we, around here. So it'll hydrate the land, help them grow faster. But you need to be careful, because if you hydrate the land too much, there we go, it will cause flooding, like so. So if I just grab that, oh, I'm not creative now, am I? God. So we'll just do that again. There we are. So the next thing you can actually make, if I go like this, it's a. I need to hold the book. I keep forgetting that I need to hold the book. There we go. So you can get moisture checkers. You can get two of them. One of them checks a 3x3 area, and that's made like this. The next one checks a 5x5 area, which is a little bit more expensive to make. It's the normal one, but with a diamond. So if we go fabricate, get one of those. And this will actually, if you right click, it'll tell you the moisture of the land. So you can see the darker the blue, the moister the land is. If we water a bit like so, it will show us there. We'll water these ones a bit. There we go. So the darker the blue it gets, the kind of moister the land is there. And that's one of the cool things about this. Next things I want to show you are some of the useful items. So I'm going to cut here, and I'll be back in a second, guys. So this mod has plenty of useful items. Lots of sort of little bits really to show you in this sort of section. If we go first one, we go show you this one. Oh, I keep getting the recipes wrong. Getting the commands wrong, not the recipes. So this is a bag of holding. Now you might have seen this in some of the bigger mod packs. This is how it's made. The nice thing about this mod pack is it uses all kind of vanilla blocks. So it doesn't add any custom blocks in, it just gives them custom abilities. So this is our bag of holding. If we right click this, you see we've got all this storage here. So let's grab some stuff to put in there. We'll put some books and stuff in there as well. There we go. So we've got that stuff in there now. What if we accidentally threw this bag of holding away? Like so. Oh no! All that stuff, it's gone! Haha, that's what you think. If we go like this. Grab another bag of holding. And right click. Ta-da! So it's a little bit like an ender chest. And all your stuff kind of stays in the bag of holding there. So that's a useful item. The next useful item I want to show you is the Angelic Block. So if we go... I need to hold the recipe book. It's one thing you shouldn't really forget. Okay, so this is the Angelic Block. This is how you make it. And what this does is you can actually point it in the air and click, and then you can sort of build next to it. So if I just go like this for a second so I can fly, and then you can actually place blocks on it. If you left click, it instantly breaks and goes straight back into your inventory. You can place it anywhere, you can place it below you even, and be in the air. So this is useful if you want to build structures in the air or above water or things like that. The next item I'm going to show you, just go over the block here, the recipe book here. The next block I want to show you is the elevator. Oh, that was wrong. There we go. This is the elevator block. This is how you make it, ender pearl and some wool. So that's not sort of too bad. And what this block does is, if I go over here, you see I've placed some already. If I place this one down here, if you're standing on an elevator block and there's an elevator block directly above you, if you press space, will be transported to the next one up. See, it doesn't work normally. Press space, and it goes straight back up. If I want to go the other way, you just press shift and you go straight back down again. So that's a really cool feature as well. The next one is the tape measure. Ooh. I need to go over the thing. There we go. So this is the tape measure, and this is how you make it. Iron and that there, and shift right click to set an anchor and right click to get the measurement. So for example, if I wanted to measure the distance between this block and this block, there we go, it tells me it's a total of 3 blocks, so that means 1, 2, and then the third block there. If I want to go, for example, this block to this block, tell me there's 4.47 because it's a total of 4 this way, and then Z axis of 2 that way, so it's actually roughly 4.47 there. Again, I can do it longer distances if I want to, like so, 14 blocks there, and it works up and down as well. So if I go here, oh, it's an anchor point, go up there, so it says it's a total of 4 and it's Y, so it's going up. So the next thing I want to show you, not making that mistake again, is the Redstone Clock block. So this is how you make it, quite simple. And this is a little bit more complicated. I've never been good with redstone. So this is what it does. If you go on there, you can see it kind of periodically changes to a redstone block. So it will give a redstone pulse every so often. So if I go like that, you can see it gives off a pulse every so often. If you right click on this, you can actually change a lot of the things. You can, if you left click, you -10 for the pulse duration, the pulse frequency for this one. If you right click, you go up. So I can make the pulse frequency a lot quicker, but take the duration down. That's maybe a bit too quick. Go like that, maybe. Maybe the frequency is too quick. If I shift, I can do it single blocks at a time. There we go, let's do it. There we go, so I can change the frequency and everything else. You can make this so other people can use it, or you can make it so other people can't use it. You can do that on a lot of things, and ignore redstone. You can make it sort of not work. You can make it need a signal, you can make it not need a signal, and things like that. So that's a useful block. So the next block is actually another redstone block, which is actually pretty cool, actually, if you like making redstone things. This is the recipe for it, and it's actually called the Block Update Detector. So if I fabricate one of these, and now whenever if I grab some wood or something, grab that, whenever there's an update next to it, it will make a little kind of, it's a bit like a bud switch if you make redstone contraptions. So whenever the block updates, I didn't do it then, but or that one. I think you can put a cooldown on it as well. Maybe that's why it's not going again. But again, you can kind of right click on it, and it changes things, and just random little bits like that. So that's quite cool if you like making redstone contraptions. Just adds a bit more functionality to that. So the next one I have is, I've had to make notes on all these, so Muffler. Now we've got the sound muffler. So it reduces the volume of all sounds within an 8 block radius. If I go on that, this is the recipe for it. So a note block and some wool. If we just put that there. If we go outside, I have a very noisy farm over here. I say very noisy, but yeah, you can hear them. But if I go like this, and I can change the volume at which this radius comes out. So I can actually change it so it goes completely off, like so. Or I can make it So it's 100% the normal volume. And like I can change it so it muffles it ever so slightly. But for now, I think I'll just turn it off. Don't need to hear you, it's fine. So the next block, or the next useful item I want to show you is the EndoLeash. Now this is how you make it: some string, an ender pearl and some gold. If you grab that, now this is almost like a normal leash, except you can leash an animal and it stores it inside the block. You can see it says captured sheep, so it's maybe a little bit like a Pokeball, which is quite cool. And then of course you can release it by right clicking again, right click the sheep, put him back in the pen. Oh, there we go. Get the cow. There we go. So yeah, that's quite useful as well. Another very useful item is, oh, I need to hold the book, don't I? The trash can. So if I fabricate this and have that there, oh, and what we'll do is we'll go back in, and there's a chicken in here. We'll place this down. Ta-da! There's a trash can, so I can actually throw all these things that I've used in here. And whenever I kind of close out of that GUI, it kind of makes it all disappear. So I can oh, don't want that in there. I can right click all this stuff that I don't need. I'll keep that, and it will be gone. Ooh. Like so. Another cool little thing, actually, if I grab some signs, is if you place a sign on any of these blocks. No, sorry, you need to left click the sign. If you left click a sign on any of the blocks from the Sensible Tools mod plugin, it kind of labels the block for you, so you can see that's a trash can now. So that's quite cool. Moving on, we have now these are quite cool as well. Oh, I need to hold the book. I always forget that. Go like this. Now we have some items that we can use for making some painting. So we'll grab some paint cans. We grab maybe 4 of them. Yeah, 4 will do. And we'll need some buckets. There we go. If I come over here, this is my little painting area here. If I place this here, here, there we go. So these are my paint cans, and I didn't make myself any dyes. So let me just grab some dyes. So the way you can make paints is you need to grab some milk. So just go to your trusty cows, your silent cows. So I've got some milk there. And we'll go over, and when you right click on one of your paint cans, you'll come up with this GUI. And what you need to do is you need to put a bucket of milk in, and then a dye of your choice. So we'll put some red in. Don't know how much I need to put in, but when you mix it, so it's mixed, that's how much red you have in there. And public access as well, so you can see the paint can changes to the colour. If we just make some more paints. So this one will be blue. There we are. And then if I go back onto the recipe book, back onto paint, I can get these 2 things. So a paint roller and paint brush. Now these are quite fancy. Ooh. Why can't I switch things? There we go. So at the moment, this paintbrush has no paint in it. You can see by the damage indicator at the bottom how much paint is in it. So if I go on the red, now you can see it's full. It holds 25 paint, and I can paint anything that has sort of a colour. That one's already red, but anything that has like a colour value, I can paint red. And same with sort of the yellow. I can fill it up with yellow now. Paint everything yellow. You can see, I think I've run out of paint on that. Yep, I've run out of yellow paint. If I go blue, this also works actually on paintings. So you can, oh, you can actually select the artwork. That's pretty cool. I think that's something new. I didn't know you could do that. So I can, that's pretty cool. And the paint roller, basically what this does is you can paint a larger area. So you remember when the red, it only did half of that. If you go like that, it does the whole thing, look. Yeah. So that's clay, this is glass, that's wool, that's carpet there. And of course you can do the paint things here. Another cool thing you can do, if I go on here, I think if I add more milk and some red into this already blue here, mix it, take it out, it has made purple. Ooh. So I can go around and paint everything purple. Yeah, purple's my favourite colour, so I've run out of paint there. So just get the roller and finish off that little bit over there. Ta-da! And the next things I want to show you are this plugin has energy in it as well. It has its own energy system. And you can make little machines and stuff. So if I go STB recipe and energy, I can get some energy cells. So this is how they're made, some redstone, some sugar. There we go, that's the first one. And then the next one up, you have to have more energy cells, more redstone. I'll make one of those as well. And that one holds more energy. The next thing I want to do is make an engine. There we go. So this is an engine block, it's a heat engine. This is how it's made, that's the recipe. There we go. And we'll come over to here. We'll make out this our little machine arrow. Oh, there's an egg for us. So if I place this down, say here, and if I then left click, it'll tell me it's a heat engine, so I won't forget. So this is the input to put your stuff in that you want to burn. So it'll burn like wood and fiery things like blaze powder, magma cream. Maybe it's fire charges actually. But this is how much energy is stored in it already. And this means it will charge this energy cell. This means it won't charge the energy cell. It will go out through a wire to a machine. And we put some of this in. We'll see. It will start. This is the progress of it burning, and it will start charging this energy cell over here. So that's pretty cool. Some of the things you can do with this, if I get need to hold the book. I can get a battery. Ta-da! So this is the battery here. There we go. And I can go like this. Left click it so I know it's a battery. And one quite interesting thing is oh no, iron bar gives you iron ingot. What? Iron bars actually act as wires. So if we go like this, we just check what way this is. This is what direction is this? This is north, facing that way. So I believe I can open up the north to energy going in. And is this now picking up energy? Hello? Is this picking up energy? No. And I think it's because I have to go on here and change it so it charges the machine. And it goes through, and this is now charging the battery, which is pretty cool. And you can use this as a battery box and charge this as well. So it charged the energy cell now. It's charging pretty quick actually. Or you could get it just to charge the battery or charge machines. And you can use battery in it as well. Yeah, energy cells in the battery as well. So next we want to make a few little bits. There's a few little machines you can make. The first one I'm going to show you, there we go, is you can actually make solar cells as well. So this will work with some daylight sensors, some simple electronic circuits which are like this. There we go. That's a basic solar cell. We'll only use one of them because we've only got one thing, but this will also help charge it because there's sunlight above us. Obviously if we put a block above this, it won't charge it. As you can see, there's no energy coming in. When we take the block away, let me stand on here actually so it doesn't take as long. We take the block away, we can see it's now charging up. And again, we can left click on this and it says basic solar cell, but this will make the battery charge faster. So that's actually full. The capacity on this is nearly full as well, and this is full. So we'll make some more iron bars and we'll go like this. So this is our wires, and we want to make sure that that the energy is coming out there. So that's south. So we want to make sure in the south there is energy flow going out. There we go. So we just double click that, and then I can show you the masher. Oh, I need to hold the recipe book. Now the masher in all the big is the same as in all the big mod packs, same as grinder. So it grinds ores and other resources into dusts. If we put that there, I think. Yep, so it's been charged already. We've got our ore. So as we see, that's now producing some dust. And there we go, iron dust like that. The next thing, we can also left click this so we know what it is. So the next thing we want to do is go like this. And it's actually a smelter. Oh, I need to hold the book. When will I learn this? It's actually a smelter here. So this is a recipe. We'll make one of them. Like that. And what we'll do is we'll grab this dust out of here, put it into here. You'll see it'll burn it. It requires energy to burn. There we go. And it's actually faster than actually smelting it in a normal furnace. These will smelt in a normal furnace and get you your items. But you can see, like all the big mod packs, it doubles your ores. So the next things that you can do with these, you can actually upgrade. If I go into the thing here, so you can actually upgrade your machines with these upgrades. You've got ejector upgrade, which will auto eject finished items, and you can choose which direction it ejects them. IR module. This is to do with item routing, which I'm not sure if I'm going to show yet or not because it is complicated. This is another module to stack it, and this is speed upgrade. So I'm just going to show you the speed upgrade. We'll make a load of those, and the ejector upgrade will make one of those. There we go. So the ejector upgrade, I can go like this. All you have to do is put your upgrades in the bottom here, and that machine now has that upgrade. So I can't get the ejector upgrade to work, but what I can do is get the speed upgrade. We'll put 3 in there, and we'll see how fast it goes. A lot faster than before. There we go. So with the ejector upgrade, you can actually get it to eject into the machine next to it. So if I had the ejector upgrade running and I had speed in here, I could get the iron dust to automatically go into the smelter and go into here. And then what I could do is I could have like a chest next to it and have an auto ejector upgrade in the smelter, and it will put the smelted items in the chest. But I can't get that to work, unfortunately. I wish that did work, actually. That'd been really good. So the next thing is, if I go, I need to hold the thing, and I was typing the wrong thing anyway. It needs to be a sawmill, doesn't it? There we go. So this is a sawmill, and it's really cool, this one. This one I don't think is in any of the big mods. Well, I don't know actually. I haven't played them that much. So log. There we go. So if you get some unprocessed oak wood and put it into the sawmill, what it'll do, don't want that many, it'll actually make 6 oak planks. So it's more efficient than making oak planks yourself, putting it in this machine. So that's pretty cool. And one thing you can do with this as well is if you have sort of oak, any basic wooden items, so like stairs and doors and things, it doesn't work on wooden tools, but like doors, if you put that in the sawmill, it'll break it down into its component into its component planks. So that one's quite cool. Okay, so the next things I want to show you are recipe, and the main one is, the first one is BSU, which is the basic storage unit. It's the recipe here. So I think this one's a little bit like barrels in some of the bigger mod packs. If I go like this, let's place it sideways, will it still work? It looks like it will. But if I right click on this, an empty hand, you can see I can store up to 8,192 items in this. So that's pretty cool. If I go like this, it's now inside, and I can take it out again like that. I can right click things in, take it out again. The next one up from this is the high storage unit. I need to hold the recipe book. So the hyper storage unit. So if we fabricate us one of these, I've got this one actually needs power. So if I place it here, you can see it's getting power up there. Again, we'll left click so we know what that is. Let me actually place stuff in here and show you. If I keep placing stuff in here, so there should be about 500. Oh, look, there's 764 oak wood planks in there. And yes, I can left click and get things out. Left click, I'll get a whole stack. If I actually break this, if I actually break this, everything will go everywhere, like so. With this one, if I right click, I can store millions of items, and you can keep it so it keeps the items remembered. This will remember items remembered even when emptied. So if I put all that in, the thing changes when you get near your capacity. That'll go green, I think. And again, left click, an empty hand maybe, and get stuff out either one at a time if you shift left click, or a whole stack if you just left click. But if I break this one, you see it didn't give me all the items. If I place it back down again, put a sign on it, see it remembers the items there, and if we right click, I'll still be in there. There we go. So that's been a few of the basic bits. There is also like an item transportation system in here, which I find very complicated, but I may do a separate video on this one. This is still a project in development. I'm sure things will get better. There might be a few bugs in it, but it's already pretty cool. I would recommend you go download this plugin and check it out because it's really good. As always, I'll leave the link in the description. If you liked this video, please remember to like, leave a comment, and if you want to see more, if you subscribe. I've been MusicTechnician, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, guys.